Hello everyone, this is Tunde Koiki and this is Global Sports Update. Here we talk about everything that is going on in world football and world sports in general. Today we're talking about some particularly key issues. Let's start first with Manchester United. Bad start by the former EPL champions. They haven't done as well as they should have. £150 million spent and yet they are down in the dumps and you wonder why. We're also talking about the English Premier League three-horse race. Really? We're talking about Arsenal, we're talking about Manchester City and Chelsea. Can we limit it to those three teams or the other teams, are they slow starters? We'll be talking about much more. Kelechi Iheanacho is also in the news as well, and Stephen Keshi's refusal to call up Obafemi Martins. We'll be talking about that as the show goes on. Let's start first with Manchester United. They bought in a lot of players. £150 million spent on players, yet you might say. They bought in Radamel Falcao, they bought in Daley Blind, they bought in Marcos Rojo. You'd expect a team with that kind of talent, especially attacking talent like Robin van Persie, Wayne Rooney, and Radamel Falcao should be murdering everybody in the English Premier League. Wrong. For instance, they lost by 5-3 against newly promoted Leicester just last weekend, which means that maybe Manchester United are more like, a bodybuilder with very top-heavy body but very spinny legs. Reason is they have a fantastic attack but a terrible defense. How do you concede 5 goals against Leicester City? Never been heard of before. And still staying with Manchester United, you look at Louis van Gaal. At this same stage last season in the English Premier League, David Moyes had 2 wins and 3 draws. Right now, Van Gaal has just 1 win. How many losses? I lost count. And he spent more than David Moyes did, which means you have to ask yourself, why did Manchester United sign a coach who has performed poorer than the man who they sacked in the first place? You wonder why people do these kind of things. I think they pulled the trigger too early. I think they should have given David Moyes some time. I think they should have waited for maybe a season or 2. Give him time to really get into the groove of the team. I mean, it's not easy replacing the likes of the legendary Sir Alex Ferguson, who has been at the same club for over 2 decades. Now you brought in a Louis van Gaal, who has never coached in English football before, only came with this big reputation, and now has to, probably reinvent the wheel at Manchester United as it is, because they need to sign defenders as quickly as possible. Moving on very quickly, the English Premier League, is it truly a 3-horse race? Already people are saying it is between Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester City. I think, let me take a quick check on that. Chelsea, possibly. Yes, last season they said they didn't have the striker they wanted. Now they do have the striker they need. Diego Costa, 7 goals in 4 games, I think. That is a record in the English Premier League. No one has done that well. £50 million worth of Fernando Torres took almost 3 seasons, I think, to get 7 goals. And this man has come good for the bargain price of £32 million. But is that enough to win them the Premier League? Can Diego Costa play all games? Not in the English Premier League, trust me. Arsenal as well, they did brilliantly. Yeah, maybe against Aston Villa, who, it is Aston Villa. But 3-0, a great game. Are they enough? Is that enough to challenge for the English Premier League? Do they have what it takes? Is Danny Welbeck the Messiah? You think £60 million worth of an English Premier League striker who has not scored more than 24 goals in 3 seasons at Premier League at Manchester United? Let's see how it goes. Manchester City as well. They have abundance of talents everywhere, especially in attack. You have Edin Dzeko, you have Stefan Jovetic, you have Sergio Aguero. Really good strike. Vincent Kompany now has a man mountain beside him, a fellow known as Eliakim Mangala. That is a name that will scare any striker in the world. But is that enough to win them an English Premier League title? What about Liverpool? They haven't done as well as they should have. They pay big money for a lot of players, but they have not found their rhythm. Is it Tottenham Hotspur all over again? You asked that question. I'm also asking that question. Liverpool need to stand up and be counted. You cannot just get into the top 4 one season and drop out the next season. You have to go for broke. Just tell me what you think about everything we've said so far. Louis van Gaal, is he the man to take Manchester United forward? Should he be given time? Is £150 million spent on new players, has it been a waste? You tell me. But I'll tell you that they need to persevere. These results will not come overnight. Let's come here to Nigeria, where Stephen Keshi has refused outrightly to call up Kelechi Iheanacho and Obafemi Martins to the Nigerian national team. This is a team that is struggling to qualify for the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations. The truth, Nigeria, is that you might not defend your title in Morocco. And Keshi is obstinately refusing to call up 2 players who might arguably change the fortunes of his team around. Let's look at Obafemi Martins, scoring goals for fun in the MLS. Let's look at Emmanuel Emenike, who hasn't scored a goal in 11 matches for the Nigerian national team. Right now, I think Keshi needs all the help he can get. If he has a player who's scoring 50 goals in Tajikistan, bring him. If he has one who's the top scorer in the Benin Republic, bring him. All I'm saying is bring us a striker who can score goals. Then let's talk about Kelechi Iheanacho. Brilliant young player. I mean, he did very well at the Under-17 World Cup. He won the Golden Ball. He won the Golden Boot. He's the next best thing in Nigerian and African football. So say people. But what has he done since then? Well, 3 preseason games for Manchester City before the season started. 3 good games, if I may add. He also scored a few goals. But is he the answer to the Super Eagles of Nigeria? They argue, is he old enough? He's what, 19 right now? Can he step up to the plate for a team that is desperately in need of points and goals to qualify for the 2015 Africa Cup of Nations? Does he have the talent? Everybody wants to compare him to a JJ Okocha. Let me tell you something. JJ Okocha is gone. You're not getting him back. The next player you have to get is someone who is his own man, who can bring something different to the Nigerian national team. But is Kelechi Iheanacho the man to do that? You are never too young to do anything. Some of the people who started YouTube were very young in their own time. Some of the people who started Facebook, who started Twitter, they were young people. What stops a Kelechi Iheanacho at the age of 19 from breaking the national team? Norway just blooded a 15-year-old player. Raheem Sterling started playing for England at the age of 17. Wayne Rooney started playing for Everton at the age of 16, 17. What does that tell you? No one is too young to do great things. And there's also the audacity of youth. You're young, you're vibrant, you're not scared of all these big name players. You can bring them down. So nothing stops Kelechi Iheanacho. They say he's clubless. Fine. Clubless players have gone to the national team before. Stephen Keshi was clubless when he went to the USA 94 World Cup. Nothing stops you from calling up a clubless player as long as he can bring it. So what are we saying in Nigeria? Let Keshi take a look at Kelechi Iheanacho. Let Keshi take a look at Obafemi Martins or anyone who can get us the goals that we need. Because why? We need to be at AFCON 2015. My name is Tunde Koike. This has been Global Sports Update. Let's know what you think. Don't forget to join the conversation. Send in your comments about everything that we've spoken about. Manchester United, Kelechi Iheanacho, Obafemi Martins. Let us know what you think and don't forget to subscribe. We'll catch you next time around.